Yeah, welcome back, guys, again. So, in today's video, we'll be talking about how to start a business with $0. All right. And today I have three markers. That's a lot of effort putting into this. Yeah. So, now for those of you who think or who want to make a lot of money, a lot of you think that your challenges is money. That's quite rhetoric. If you think about it, you want to make a lot of money, but your challenge is money. Yeah. But that can be true and that can be false at the same time. But so today I want to be explaining how you can start a business with $0. And in today I'll be telling you exactly how I started my business without any single money and exactly how you too can start a business without necessarily investing a lot of money into it. Now, I want to make something very, very clear. All right. If you have absolutely no money, okay? If you have absolutely no money, you cannot make money. Like when I say absolutely no money, I mean you cannot afford anything. You can't make money because something has to give. That's just the truth. All right. Even if you're giving your time, there's always something that you need money for. So if you're having absolutely no money, like it means you cannot feed, you cannot do your basic things in life, you cannot just go about your day-to-day activities. I would advise that you get a job instead than starting a business. To be very honest. First, you get a job than starting a business. But the good news here is that everybody, right, has access to money. Okay? Everyone has access to money. Not everybody has money, but everyone has access to money no matter how small. What do I mean? If you go and tell people about your idea, tell people about your circumstances, your problems, and all that, most times many people are going to be obliged to help you. But the reason why a lot of people are not obliged to help you is because you don't have any real good reason why you need money for whatever it is you are looking for. So everybody has access to money. Either you're going to beg for it, either you're going to work for it, either you're going to sell your time to make that particular money. So in one way or the other, you have access to money, right? Now, also I want to state some things here because what I'm just want to do right now is that whenever you have a topic like this, talking about starting a business with $0, you most times, from my experience for doing marketing over 4 years, I know that a lot of people who are going to hop on this video are people who are totally unserious and do not want to invest anything. Now, if you're that kind of person where you have a lot of excuses, okay, as to why you're not making any money at all, just click off this video. It's not for you, right? The second category of people who would definitely not make any money, even if I give them the total blueprints that they need to make money, are those guys who have doubts. For some reason, you believe that you do not have the ability to make money for yourself. Whatever I say here will never ever work for you. And the last but not least, I've already stated it here, those guys who have absolutely no money. Because at every point in life, in your growth process, you might always need to kind of have some kind of money. So if you have like absolutely no money, there's no way you make money. That's just the truth. Anybody lie to you and tell you this, that, and stuff like that, right? If you have absolutely no money, it's not going to work for you. There are 7 steps that you can take if you want to start learning or get in the process of starting a business without without spending a lot of money from the business. I think that should be like a good word. Without spending a lot of money from the business. So let's just have it here, 7 steps. All right. So step 1 for me, right, is admire somebody. Now, the way it says, right, admire somebody or have a selfish goal. Now, most times, most people will tell you that before you start a business, you need to have a why. But since I started businesses and I've started like running businesses online and all that, whenever somebody tells me what is your why, I'm very, very confused. I don't know exactly what to say when it comes down to like what exactly is your why. But the truth is that you can simplify that by just simply telling the person like, okay, who do you love and who do you admire? Now, that person you love and admire is going to be your drive to become a better person 90% of the time, and that's your why. Also, What are your selfish interests and what are your selfish goals? Do you want to drive a nice car? Do you want to like wear the best clothes? Do you want to impress somebody and all that? People say, "Oh, don't impress anybody" and all that. To be honest, most of the time, as human beings, your number one motivation is what people are going to think about you. That can be a good thing and can be a bad thing at the same time. So that's part of your selfish desire. Now, once you've been able to figure out who you admire, that's the people you love who now become your why, right? Your selfish goals now start to kick in and everything, and that's usually what's your why. So that's the first step. Now, the second step is that you need to start anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be. So at this point now that you have like $0, you're not looking to start your business and make $10,000. You just need to make some kind of dollars so that you see that it is possible. Then from there you have to think about it. What you just have to do is that you have to start anything and start with as many free tools as possible. And because of how the world is turning into every single day, there are so many free tools coming out. Like it's like water, it's like an ocean. You can literally set up a full-blown business without paying a single penny. You just need to do your research. So for instance, let's say what you want to do is maybe drop shipping, okay? And as you're doing drop shipping, you need to set up a website, get traffic. You need to, what else? Make designs for your ads. You need to get a product. Okay. Now let me just use this as a case study and tell you how you can literally get all these things for free. Now, if you go to Google and type free website builder, you definitely find a website right there. If you go to TikTok, you can literally start creating viral videos today and you now have people seeing your product. If you want to make designs, you can easily make free designs on Canva, and there are so many other free alternatives that you can use. If you need a product, you can become an affiliate for somebody else's product and promote the product using this free traffic directed to this your free website, okay? Which, of course, the product will be designed on this your free design software. That's a simple dropshipping business without necessarily me spending any single amount of money. But of course, I'm going to need the internet. I'm going to need data. I'm going to need time, which is another currency that you're going to use to make a lot of money for yourself. So you can see that if you have absolutely no money, you can't even afford to implement a free system. That's another thing there. Now, number 3 is that you need to block out the noise. Okay? Now, this noise can come in different forms. It can be your family, your friends, what people think about you, your opinions. What used to be your drive can actually become a distraction later. That was what used to be your why. Because you have a very strong emotional connection with this why, on your process to implementing whatever it is that you started here, whatever they tell you most times has a very strong effect on how you react to whatever information that you're trying to implement to make money for yourself. So this can also be a noise at the beginning, so you need to block it out. Now, another thing that can also be a noise is other things or other skills or other businesses, which takes me back to what I call the power of one. Okay? Focus on one thing. Because when you focus on one thing, you're putting all your energy, you're putting all your effort, which means that you can operate in a much more effective manner than you usually used to. Now, number 4, work for somebody first for free. All right? Work for somebody first for free. What you want to just achieve with this is experience. Now, back to what I said. If you have absolutely no money, there's no way you work for somebody for free and you won't get greedy or you won't steal. Okay? So, you should understand that this is a sacrificial period. Remember in our first lesson, I taught you guys about the 3 pillars to success, right? Where we talked about sacrifice, we also talked about tenacity, and we talked about transition. So here is the first, this falls like in the second stage where you sacrifice, and this like first 2 is like the transition phase. You can watch the first video of day 1 if you want to learn about that. Now, number 5 is, it's just going to be a short video. It won't be like the 30 minutes normal video that we normally do. Number 5 is that you need to be loud. If you want to start a business from zero, one way that you can make money from that particular business is to attract as much attention to the business as possible. You do not have any business being an introvert if you're poor. Let's get out of the way. Okay, you need to be as loud as possible, and you need to create a presence. Let people feel that you exist, because people only buy from people they know. So if nobody knows you're doing a particular thing, there's no way that they can patronize you or get to give you money, basically. Now, number 6, of course, you need to stay consistent. All right. I don't think I have to explain this, because if you start a race and you don't finish it, there's no way you can win, right? So there's this saying that says that a man who is in love with the journey would go farther than the man who is in love with the finish line. I don't agree with it though, because if I want to get to the finish line, I'll find the fastest way to get to the finish line. That guy in the journey will just be walking around. So as you're staying consistent, understand that you need to know when to pivot. You need to have specific goals as you are consistent. Okay. But of course, there are other contexts where that particular saying applies. But for now, just focus on staying consistent on achieving the little goals that you have set. And last but not the least, step 7 is that you need to work on you. Because the truth is that the only reason why a business is successful is based on the abilities of people handling that particular business. The business in itself cannot run in itself. Somebody has to set up the business, and most times people who run businesses based on what? Their personal values and views. So if you probably ordered something from a small business, now I'm talking about small businesses, now I'm talking about large scale businesses. If you probably ordered something from a small business and they have been always delaying your orders, it's probably because the business owner is a procrastinator, or the business owner is bad, or if they have bad customer service. It all reflects back to whoever owns the business. So the better you get, right, the better your business gets. So if you're more disciplined, your business delivers better automatically. If you're somebody who likes to talk in a particular way that shows respect, you'll notice it's always going to reflect in your business. So the more you develop yourself in skills, in your ability, the better it is for you to grow this particular business. So these are the 7 steps I feel if anybody takes, they can easily start a business today and in some time start making some profit for themselves. So I hope you guys enjoyed this particular video. Tomorrow again, we're going to meet when I share lessons like this.